Anyway, continuing, Vanderbilt's absence has prevented new coach J.J. Redick from figuring out his ideal rotation. Okay. His absence has also prevented the Lakers front office from fully evaluating the needs of its roster as trade season approaches. You lost me there. Can you fully evaluate something? No, because an important piece is missing. But that part is leaked either by or on behalf of Rob Pelinka to try to take pressure away from what might not be coming, which is help. And so you say, well, look, I mean, it's hard. The Lakers are in a tough spot. I mean, they haven't even really been able to see, what it looks like to get an idea of what they should be trading for anyway. No, I think we all have a pretty good idea of things that could help the Lakers. And as I mentioned in the previous segment, even if you thought Vanderbilt was coming back, you still have to be preparing for Vanderbilt to not be the guy who can just step in and guard the opponent's best player. And all. You had an example last year of Vando coming back from injury and being terrible. So you have to plan for that possibility.
It's also laughable because you've had an incredibly long sample size with this roster because it's been basically the same roster for the equivalent of about 2 full seasons.
Right.
You have a pretty good idea of what this looks like, what the weaknesses are, what the strengths are. If you wanted to get, I guess, cynical might be the wrong word, but if you're trying to look for coded language.
But it might be the right word.
Well, maybe the best or most honest, if dishonestly presented interpretation of this is they'd like to trade Vanderbilt if possible, but they can't trade him until he's back on the court. And therefore not being able to use him as a piece gets in the way of some of their potential options. And therefore they can't figure out exactly who to target and how. Okay. That's actually believable. It's just not what was said there. But to me,
that's very different unless the needs of the roster.
Right. Unless you somehow believe, and it's preposterous if Rob does, that somehow Jarred Vanderbilt's return, even at his tippy top level, and that's a level, by the way, that I think is a really good player, somehow solves all the defense by himself. Get the F out of here. You need more wing defenders. If you think that, another big is the high priority, then Jarred Vanderbilt's absence doesn't have a thing to do with that.